for you. That is correct. We're not going to show you how to make sales. We're just going to do it for you. And we've been working with some beta testers over the last 6 to 8 weeks, and we're seeing extraordinary results, which is why we are literally able to say right now for the first time ever, yes, allow us to generate for you a ton of sales. Now, before we do get started, I just want to ask you guys a very quick question. Who here is making decent sales already online? Give me a yes or a not yet. I just want to see, there's only 2 options today. There's no no's today because that's not going to be an option by the end of today. It's either a yes or a not yet. So we've got a bunch of yeses. And Nora's got a big yes. We've got a Frank with a yes, a bunch of no's, a few sales, says Gary, not yet, bunch of not yets. All right. No, Joseph, it's not a no, it's a not yet. Okay. Tons of sales, says John Clark. Awesome. Not yet, Joyce. I like that with the exclamation marks. Excellent. All right. So we've got to make sure people that are saying yes, a few sales, and not yet. Now, one final question before we do get started. Who here has made sales or attempted to make sales with eBay? Right in the chat box, EB for eBay if you have. Just write EB or not yet, or NEB for not eBay yet. So we've seen a few EBs and mostly not yet. Okay, so guys, we're just going to put this all to bed once and for all during today's session. Serge, are you ready for this? This is literally, I believe, guys, I'm just warning everyone, strap yourselves in for the ride, because what we're about to share with you, we've shared this with beta testers. They almost fell off their chairs. And then we actually have done this with them and for them. And the results have been really, really encouraging. And we're going to share that with you today. All right, guys. So are you ready, Serge? Are you ready for this?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here and waiting for that.
All right, guys. You can confirm you've fed the cat. You've done your press ups. You've closed your email. You've got your glass of water. You are ready to rock and roll, and you're ready to participate, and you are strapped in safely into your chair so you don't fall off it. Give me a big ready in the chat box. I want to make sure that everyone is ready to go. I don't want any hungry cats, guys. You know, we're doing a presentation in order to save the world's wildlife and cats especially. So please confirm the cats have been fed and you're ready to go. All right, guys. Brett, if you can hand me the screen, I'm delighted to say that the world's cats have been fed, and that's brought to you by RS. So remember that. Okay, let me just cross. There's a bit of background noise there somewhere. All right, show my screen. And hopefully you guys can now see me and see my entire screen. Guys, let me know. Trevor, no, this is something else, Trevor, regarding eBay, but it's something you've never, ever, ever seen before. All right, you guys see my screens? Give me a yes. Okay, perfect. So guys, today I'm going to share with you a done-for-you mass sales formula. I'm going to share with you over the next hour or so. And before even I get into what I'm going to share with you, I'm going to start with an apology. Because if you're here in order to learn or want us to teach you how to make a lot of sales on e-commerce, you're in the wrong place. We're not going to show you how you can make a ton of sales. Rather, you're going to be disappointed if that's what you want. Instead, we're going to do it for you. Today's training is focused on training you, not just how it's done, but rather we are about to generate a ton of sales for you. We aren't just going to generate tons of sales for you. We can almost guarantee you are going to get a colossal amount of these sales. How are we so positive? I'm going to share that with you, and you're going to understand why in a couple of minutes. Guys, we've been online. A lot of you have known us for many, many years. We've been online for nearly a decade, and we've never been in a position that we can actually get our members a ton of sales. It's never been that way. I've got to be honest with you. I've been frustrated. Any of you that know me well, that have met me at events, know that the biggest thing that's frustrated me is that we've shared over the last goodness knows how many years some amazing strategies. We've had a lot of members generate results, change their lives. I'm delighted about that. But the vast, vast majority of our members have always had problems with initial traction. And it's been frustrating to me because we're sharing these great ideas. And a lot of people, I know we open up the gates and allow people to join programs. And at the end of the day, most people are not getting traction. Today, we want to put that right. And instead of teaching you how to do it and hoping that you'll have the time and the energy and the resources to do it. We're just going to get the traction for you. So I hope that is super exciting. And we're going to do this in a way for you that you're not going to have to spend a red cent on traffic, not a red cent on traffic or on products. You're not going to have to spend a minute finding winning products. You're not even going to need to set up a store. You don't even need to fight competition. We've taken it all on for you. We will do it. So we're removing the one thing that has resulted in the majority of our members. I'll be honest with you, even the majority of our members, that we have better statistics probably than any other company I know out there. When I go to events and I share the results that our members get, it is way beyond what most any other marketers have ever been able to produce. But I've not been satisfied with that. And I want to put that to bed today. And not only are we going to be able to share with you and provide you with a ton of sales, everything I'm about to share with you today is totally scalable. It is scalable, and you'll be able to scale the numbers that I'm going to share with you. And we're both going to benefit from this relationship. Yeah, we've got to work extremely hard to get you a ton of sales, but that's going to benefit you, and it's going to benefit us. You're going to benefit from a ton of sales. Many of you have never had traction online before. We will benefit from the sales that you generate as well, from the products that you're going to be selling. So we're going to be generating an insane win-win arrangement between you and us. And this is a cold fact, guys. The fact is, and I say this almost in every webinar, you know this to be true, most entrepreneurs do not succeed in e-commerce. In fact, the vast majority will never even make a sale online. Many reasons for it, but the biggest ones are basically the financial side, where you normally have to pay to play. You need to spend money on advertising, and most people get scared with that and never get traction. And the other big reason is that people caught up with life. People caught up with a job, with family, with kids, with parents, with all the 101 things that we have to deal with on a daily basis. And as a result, their ability to focus and get traction is, and this is just a reality, never seems to happen. Guys, am I speaking to you? Does anyone feel this is resonating with them? Do you agree? This cold fact right in the chat box, CF. If you agree with this cold fact, it is a cold fact. Most people won't succeed, and it's because of financial concerns and also time and focus reasons as well. All right, lots of CFs in the room. So how on earth are we absolutely certain that we can help you guys make a ton of sales? Well, many of you know hundreds of our members have generated sales with the strategy we're going to share with you. And that's before we actually taking care of this on your behalf. So we've got members, many have succeeded by their own volition. Unfortunately, many more have not, but we're going to handle that for you, make it almost impossible for not to get massive traction. Guys, I'm sharing with you now the accounts of some of our beta testers. And here's an example of Mark. We're going to meet Mark hopefully a little bit later on. He'll be joining us, I hope. You can see that in 30 days from scratch, he knocked out $2,502 in sales. And you'll hear from him and his profit margins. This, by the way, generated for him, he says, $700-800 in his pocket. This was the first month. This is a person that spent years trying to get traction. We got other examples. This person, $56.92 in 30 days. It goes up $7,066 in 30 days. We ran a test ourselves. We got Serge to open up a brand new account and to just get this done, this VIP service done. And you can see he went from practically nothing to $2,641 in 30 days without practically lifting a finger. And when we added products into accounts for some of our members, we're starting to see even bigger numbers. Here's $11,870 in a single month, $12,116, $19,266. The ability to scale here is insane. And the best thing of all is that we are going to be doing the hardest part for you. Guys, who here would like us to make them a ton of sales from scratch, where you will not need to worry about spending a penny on traffic or products, and leave this completely and utterly to us? Give me a massive big yes if you would like us to do this for you. I'm going to wait here for 998 yeses. Or, Serge, we can have an early night. That would be fantastic. I see people going absolutely bonkers here. All right. So anything you want to add before we get into the nitty-gritty and the meat and potatoes?
I think you're explaining everything perfectly. You can show the example, and that's the main thing. You can see right now how simple it is, and the proof is what we just saw now. The result, especially even with my account, new account, and I didn't have to do much, and it just had sales on a daily basis. So that's very exciting.
So let's get into this, guys. Okay, so here comes the meat and potatoes. So in a second, I'm going to share with you this really powerful profit formula that we've created, that we're going to perform the majority of the work for you. We're going to share with you what you need to do. That's right, what we're doing and what you need to do. It's going to be easy. You just need to be consistent. But first, you need to understand, how on earth is it that we've got to the situation that I'm right now saying to you on a live webinar that we're going to generate for you a ton of sales? How on earth can I make such a bold claim? I need you to focus really hard for the next 5 minutes especially, because this will open up the possibilities for you. Here are the 5 main reasons why we are able to, in this situation, to provide you with this platform. And that is because eBay, it's almost impossible with the way that we're sharing with you how to do eBay. It's almost impossible for you not to generate a ton of sales. Let me share with you 5 reasons why that is, okay? Now, before I do, is anyone here an eBay seller? Write in the chat box eBay if you're an eBay seller. And if you're not, and you're absolutely right, Uzi, it sounds too good to be true. I agree with you, right? It was very hard for us to share how on earth are we going to be able to make this presentation without us sounding like this is ridiculous, this is crazy. So I'm going to share all with you, and Uzi, I want your feedback over the next hour. And I want everyone's feedback, guys. We're in this together. I'm going to share with you everything. No questions were left unanswered. I'm going to make sure you guys get this and you can make an educated decision, okay? So very few, some of you have worked with eBay, some of you as an affiliate. Let me get into why eBay right now is red hot. Number 1, eBay's model loves newbies. eBay loves new sellers, and they want you to make sales fast. Now, there's a huge reason why eBay wants us to make sales, especially when you open up a new account. Does anyone know the reason why eBay wants us to make sales? They definitely do drive us traffic and sales for nothing. Why do they do that? And the answer is, you're smart, Yosef. Yes, they're at war with Amazon. Whilst Amazon has its own business structure, eBay structure is based on the amount of products you have uploaded. They make a little bit of money on every product that you have on their system. So they want you as a newbie, first of all, to leave Amazon and to work with them. That's number 1. They're at war with Amazon, and they'll do anything to bring you new sellers onto their platform. But number 2, they make money when you add more products. And their rationale is, if you make sales, you'll add more products. If you add more products, you'll make more sales, and they make money. So their entire business model is dependent on you having a ton of products on their system. So it really is a structure for win-win. Now, what's happening is, as a result of this war with Amazon, eBay's exposing members' products extensively to the over 200 million buyers for doing no more than regularly adding products into their account. That's right. If you did nothing else than just add products into your account, you will get sales. We'll talk about the numbers a little bit later on, but you will get sales. It's an amazing place to get initial traction. So this is all point number 1. And the key to this is remaining consistent. Now, this is a bit crazy, but we've done this in the past where we taught people this formula. And of the people that took any sort of action, 80% of them in our test were making sales within 2 weeks. The problem is, there was another bunch of people that didn't get traction because they weren't consistent. So we got rid of that, and we're going to solve that in just a few moments. But the key is for you adding products on a daily basis. Either you do it yourself or we do it for you. And we're going to help you with that. And we're not just going to upload products for you. We're going to upload winning products for you. So that is point number 1. Point number 2, guys, is with eBay, you can advertise without spending any money on traffic. 0. So if you want to build a Shopify business or an Amazon business or any other online business, for you to be able to make any sales, you're going to have to spend and invest money on advertising. This is a big reason why most people will never succeed online. eBay is going to drive us traffic for free. And we can even advertise like we do on other platforms if you want to. And you don't pay anything upfront. You just pay a percentage of the sale once it's been made. Okay. Okay. This making sense, guys? Guys, so far, is this making sense? Give me a big yes in the chat box if this is making sense, right? This is super powerful. Okay. We're going to create a situation where you have a ton of traffic because eBay wants to send you traffic and you just need to remain consistent. The traffic is free. So this is a big advantage for anyone getting started. Now, number 3, we have access to over 1 million amazing products. That's right. Our members, i.e. you, will have access to over 1 million products in an underground platform. This is locally drop shipped. So you don't have to spend any money up front on inventory. You get happy clients because you can deliver products within 2, 3, 4, 5 days. You're getting great pricing. And the suppliers in this platform are not competing on Amazon. Many different niches, 1 million products, many winners, and we know what those winners are. So when we add them to your account, they got a very good chance of making sales on eBay. And best of all, we are adding those products for you. So you don't need to start searching for the winners. We're going to upload them for you. Now, I just want to be absolutely clear, not every product is going to win in every account. But that doesn't matter because we're going to show you how you get rid of the ones that don't work so we can replace them with new ones that are working so that you optimize your account. So that's reason number 3 why it's almost impossible not to get traction with eBay, because we've got winning products and we're going to add them into your account for you. Guys, are you understanding the value of having your hands on amazing products with a ton of free traffic? Give me a big yes in the chat box if you understand so far and I can progress. If you don't understand something, I'm speaking too quickly. You need a clarification. Something happened. I don't know what. The dog started to bark. Tell me right now or forever hold your peace. All right. Everyone's got this. Let's move on. Little competition. Within the new underground platforms, over 1 million products, there's going to be little competition on each product that's being uploaded. So we got a relationship with different suppliers that are in general not supplying these products directly on Amazon. And it doesn't matter anyway, because on eBay, we know that there's only going to be limited competition on each product that you're going to have in your account. eBay gives fair exposure to everyone. So selling at low prices isn't even that necessary. That's the other point. eBay's not like Amazon. The average guy going on Amazon is searching for price. On eBay, eBay doesn't give you a full plethora of all the options of where you're going to buy from. You need to search hard and low in order to find them. eBay does not necessarily prefer sellers who are selling at cheaper prices. That's the other massive advantage as well. So there's little competition with the products that you're going to be able to sell. And number 5, I mentioned this before, but it's important to reiterate that your investment is almost nothing. You don't pay a cent for products up front. You don't need to build a store to get started. And when you do build a store, it's like $5 a month. It's tiny amounts of investment. Free initial listings, then you just pay a few pennies on each listing thereafter. You're only going to pay for listings that are working because we're going to get rid of listings that aren't working. 0 advertising spend needed. And we're going to populate everything for you. So guys, who's excited to get amazing eBay traction from complete scratch? I don't care if you are a newbie. I don't care if you've never made sales before. Every single person here has the ability to get exciting traction with eBay because we're going to provide it for you. eBay helps you get sales by exposing your products in front of 200 million buyers. You can advertise for nothing. You have access to a platform with 1 million plus products. Your competition is tiny, costs are minimum. Plus, we are going to give you the best products. You're not even going to have to think about it because we're going to find them, add them into your account, and generate a ton of sales for you. Guys, who thinks that that is absolutely amazing? Right in the chat box, amazing if you understand what we are talking about. I'm just going to wait for everyone to respond. If you don't understand again, please let us know. I'm waiting for everyone to write either amazing or you've got a question or it doesn't make sense. If it's not amazing to you, feel free to drop off the line because we're going to be doing this for a small group of our members who are here today. Okay. What is the reason? Great question. Why are we doing this? We're doing this because we're going to benefit greatly because these are products that we have access to. where you make sales, you make profit. We also make profit on every sale that you generate, right? And it's a lot easier for us to have you selling these and creating new accounts and scaling. It's an incredible scaling opportunity that we can't do by ourselves. So it's actually a total win-win. I'm going to get into that in just a minute. So, do you have anything to add at this point before I continue? Because I now want to get into what I call the S.A.S. formula, the sales and scale formula. So everyone understands what our role is, what their role is, and how we can both benefit from this. So, is there anything you want to add before we continue?
I think you were explaining everything perfectly, really. I did see some comment that they're saying that a new account could be complicated. It's not true, and I really feel that you explain it perfectly. So they want new account because they want to see new members on that platform. So there's a strategy to follow so that they will allow you to do drop shipping. And as you explained as well, we're working with a supplier that eBay agreed to have their product in their platform, So that's I think you're going to talk about this later.
Okay. Yeah, the only rules we have to have an eBay account. Yes, we're going to share exactly what you're going to be doing in just a second, guys. So some good questions coming in about eBay, your account, etc. Many of you have never touched eBay. To be honest, those of you who have never even touched eBay, you're probably at a tremendous advantage. eBay loves new sellers. There is one demand that they have, and that is that you're going to act professionally. And the only problem we've had in the past is some of our members, when we shared this formula, when we didn't do it for them, is that those who didn't have success were those who are not consistent, right? Those who are consistent, I said about 80% of those who had taken any sort of traction, had taken any sort of action, got traction within a couple of weeks. So it's a matter of being professional, but we've resolved the professionalism part in mostly. And we're going to share with you what your role is. All right, let's get into this, guys, because I know you want to know the S.A.S. formula. Remember that term, S.A.S. Hope you guys know what the S.A.S. is. I know it as the sales and scale formula for eBay. So S.A.S. Let's get into this. I'm going to talk about our part of it first, and then I'm going to share with you with Serge what your role is. So I want you to understand our role, your role, so we're in the same boat. All right. So step number one, you need to find and add converting products daily into your eBay account. That is done for you. You don't need to search for hours, and you don't need to spend a ton of time researching. We do all that for you. Now, most eBay sellers are hunting in the dark. They're selling, they don't know where to find the winning products. They're just guessing. They're inconsistent. And the result is most of those people are never going to get any sort of traction as a result. Remember what I've said to you several times already. This is important. eBay wants us to be professional and show that we are serious. If we show we are serious and we're adding good products on a daily basis, they're going to reward us with even more exposure